All right, welcome back to another exciting episode of This is Talking Sci-Fi with your host and co-host, Sci-Fi Sean, and
Just Randy.
This guy right here. This is my rock and my soul right here. My rock, not like you're smelling what you're cooking, but just like my soul.
I was like to say, man.
All right, we've had a couple people send us some questions, and we asked for you guys to send us questions on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel or whatever, because we love answering our fan mail. We have fans.
Yes, we do.
You know, and I love that. We have a lot of great fans. I talk to people all the time. My nephew, my nephew is following our page. He is, I forget how old Griffin is, but Griffin, I think he's 11 or 12. He loves it. He says it gets kind of boring sometimes because, you know, he's of that age group, but he likes seeing his uncle, Sci-Fi Sean, on television because that's their television now as a YouTube. So give us a question. We have another question.
All right. This was sent in by Eric Van Orsdale, a real person.
Thank you for clarifying that. Hi, Eric. How are you, buddy? Thanks for watching the show.
In the last 21 questions video, Sean cross-dressed as Leah from the motion picture.
Ilea.
Ilea, is that? Oh, okay, I said it wrong.
That's all right.
Is there a blow-up doll available, specifically the Sean version?
This is not a real person.
I swear to God! I'll screenshot it and send it to you.
Eric. No! But that is a really good idea. But I don't want to be a sex toy, though. I want to be like something you stand up in the corner. And just like, I can answer like the Magic 8 Ball. You come up and shake my bald head on the thing. Like, am I going to meet a girl? Most definitely not if you want a blow-up doll of a man. Eric, for God's sakes.
That's a great question.
It is. I had fun doing that costume. You put some pictures up of it. It was a lot of fun. I still have the jacket in there, and I can't fit into it because I'm a fat butt now.
How did people respond to that?
They absolutely loved it, and they thought no less.
Yeah.
Because I actually took a thing and I built the little communicator voice thing in her neck that lit up and all that. So,
but she was not in the original series.
When Star Trek was going to make a comeback, sorry to bridge off of this, but just to answer Randy's question, it was going to be called Star Trek 2, not like the movie.
Right.
And they were going to bring back the entire crew, most of them, and Ilea was going to be part of the crew. Mr. Spock was going to be played by another gentleman, and Kirk was going to be the captain, then all the other characters, Uhura and them, would be there. But
this was going to be another movie?
Another television show.
Another television
before
show.
Next Generation.
Oh, okay.
When the 60s show ended, they were going to make one in the late 70s, and they decided to scrap it and do Star Trek the Motion Picture because they could make more money that way. Your most favorite Star Trek movie with all the music. But yes, she was going to be a character on there.
Okay.
But Eric, thank you for your very bizarre and strange question. There will be a blow-up doll of Randy coming out in 2022, but it's more of a pool float. Like that big giant slice of pizza you see at Walmart that you blow up and float around. But it's going to be Randy on his back with out like this floating around.
That might sell, Sean. Better than your blow-up doll.
I know. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Anyway, this week's episode, we're going to talk, and we teased it in our last week's episode. We're going to talk about movie comparisons. Oh, you want to do another question?
Yeah, and then,
then
we'll stop it. This will just be a questions
video. A questions video? Okay, that's fine. Let's
go.
Do
you want to add it to the front?
No. We'll keep it separate. Go ahead. What's your next question?
All right, Hemingway sent this in.
Oh, that's a great name.
Did Sean's truck get better gas mileage when it became the Enterprise?
Oh, that's a really good question. Thank you, Hemingway, and thanks for the question. And thanks for stalking me and knowing that I have a truck that looks like a Starship Enterprise. I really feel comfortable talking to you about this right now. When Chilton Science Thomas Galvin III made my truck look like a Starship Enterprise, it was more of a tribute vehicle to Captain Kirk.
Oh.
Because it's all Captain Kirk's stuff on there if you read the little signage and stuff. Right. It has a mock representation of the Battle of the Mutaran Nebula from Star Trek 2 on the trunk. I mean on the tailgate. And on the gas tank, Hemingway, and just so you know, he put dilithium crystals only. And when you on the little hood of the flip when you do your thing. So I have people ask me about that all the time.
Oh my goodness, we were at we were doing a podcast, and a guy come up and said, "Is that your truck?" I want to do a podcast or a video.
Yeah.
And he was giving you the fifth degree on how wrong your truck was.
I know.
He was like,
I remember
really
that
out there.
guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah, he was.
He was crazy. I think he was a homeless guy. But not that homeless people are crazy. They are. But it's a great truck. The fun thing about driving a vehicle that has a theme, because my wife's car is a Iron Man themed car, is you'll be driving down the road and all of a sudden you look in the rearview mirror and there's somebody following you. And you don't think nothing about it, but I'm a kind of a paranoid guy, so I kept looking like, this guy is still on. This has happened dozens of times in both vehicles.
Yeah.
And they'll come around and they'll back up, they'll go back to the other side, and they'll get on the other side of you if you're like on a 3 or 4
taking
lanes,
pictures?
taking pictures and looking at the, and then you'll have the one guy when they're in my when I'm in my Star Trek truck, you'll have people there'll be like 3 guys giving you the Vulcan thing, and you blow the horn and all that stuff. Unfortunately, I think that my truck is the Starship Enterprise Hemingway. It doesn't take dilithium crystals. It's still on fossil fuels. And it doesn't have shields because I had an idiot text messaging last Christmas rear end me and kind of bend the bumper up a little bit.
Oh, man.
And it's over $1,000 worth of damage, but I've fixed it as much as I can. There's a dent, but I'm going to get Thomas at Chilton to get me a word that says "con," and I'm going to put it across the dent.
Oh, there you go.
But no, gas mileage remains the same. It's a 2009 GMC pickup truck. I want to update the radio in it because I don't even have Bluetooth, and I've been spoiled by that technology. And it's been a great vehicle, but does not take dilithium, still gets the same gas mileage, which is crappy because it's a V8. So, no, is the answer to your question. Long way around that way.
All
right.
We'll
Thanks for the
up.
question, Hemingway. I really appreciate that.
That's it.
So,
That was...
is that all of our questions?
Yep.
I have one for you that someone had sent me.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. This is from Joseph at gmail.com. I don't think it's the Joseph we know, though.
Oh, okay.
Randy, what type of hair product do you use for that awesome hairstyle?
I don't use...
Do you use hairspray, mousse?
Nothing. It's just naturally everywhere.
Not wash it for like 8 days and just wake up and go?
I wash it every day, and it just...
It looks so greasy and like
Does
devil
it really?
may care. And,
man, it's washed every day.
Yeah. You're getting a haircut today, I hear, right?
I am, yeah.
I'm so glad. Joseph, no hair product. I sit next to him. It smells clean and fresh like a summer's eve. So that's a great question.
Yeah, it is.
I think you have great hair. I miss hair.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all the time we have for this little blurb, and we thank you for all the great questions. Keep sending them to Randy at...
Oh.
Where do you send your questions to?
Oh, YouTube, Facebook, Talking Sci-Fi is everywhere.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Yeah,
Find
Facebook,
us, send
Twitter,
us questions.
Instagram, YouTube, Podbean, everywhere.
And we might even read yours on the air.
Yep.
All right. We'll talk to you soon. This has been Talking Sci-Fi Questions with just Randy and...
Sci-Fi Sean?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Talking Sci-Fi. And your host and starring Sci-Fi Sean and Just Randy.